Hello, Scorpio. So this is your love and relationship reading for the month of April. This is anyone with Scorpio sun, moon, or rising signs. And I'm going to do the stop, the stop, start, continue spread. So what does Scorpio need to stop doing in their love relationships? What does Scorpio need to start doing in their love relationships? And what does Scorpio need to continue doing in their love relationships? So the first card that I got in the stop position is the Nine of Swords. So upright, this is kind of like you're allowing your thoughts to really get the best of you. You're kind of overthinking things. In the reverse position, it's actually sometimes this actually is a card that suggests maybe depression or allowing yourself to be consumed by your negative thoughts. It's kind of like you may be allowing yourself to have like a negative loop that's creating negative circumstances in your life, and it's actually making you maybe not be as optimistic as you may want to be. And so since this is a relationship reading, it seems like right now that you're really in your head about your love relationship. So whether you're in a relationship or not, you're going to have to stop overthinking and overly negative thinking your situation. It's kind of like you're just on a loop of looking for the bad things in your relationship, or the reliving all the negative things that have happened in your past. And it's like your mind is just going over and over, and it's like you're not actually seeing anything happy about your relationship right now. And if you're looking for a relationship, it's like you're not even able to see a positive relationship in your life. So you might have a lot of examples of people breaking up or going into a divorce, or infidelity. Like you're seeing if you're not in a relationship, a lot of negative displays of a relationship. But this actually could be because of the fact that you have this negative loop that's going on. And once you start looking for negative things, you're going to see them show up in your life and in negative relationships that are outside of you. So what this card is telling me is that you're really going to have to change your mindset. And I know it's easier said than done. I get that. But it's like you're going to have to start small and like day by day just find one positive thing about your love life or your love relationship, like even just one small thing, because right now it's like you're only focusing on the negative parts of your relationship now, your past relationship, your potential relationship, the relationships that you see in your life. It's like you have a really negative perspective on how relationships are going right now, and it's not going to serve your current relationship very well, and it's also not going to allow you to attract a loving, happy, positive relationship into your life. So I would just suggest like taking the time to like really be grateful for like the small things that you notice about relationships. Like you may see someone, holding hands, walking down the street, like look at that, love that, appreciate that, be grateful for that, show your gratitude. It could be as simple as, you're in a relationship and your mate makes you dinner, even if you're in a fight, but he makes you dinner or she makes you dinner, whomever. Take notice of that and be grateful for the loving parts of the relationship that you might not be open to seeing right now. So it's kind of like get out of your head and out of the negative self-talk and the negative chatter about relationships, and kind of start refocusing what you see in a relationship. Start looking for the good things, start looking for the magic and the love, and try to start seeing little bits of this love every day. The second card that I pulled here is the Moon. So this is part of the major arcana, and the major arcana usually represents life's major events and changes. So this is like an important thing for you to start doing. So when I see the Moon card, though, it's kind of like if this card is suggesting that you might be a little bit down right now, you might be, not very optimistic about your love life or your current relationship or potential relationship, this card is kind of saying that, okay, you are in the dark right now. You might not, be super optimistic, but the moonlight is still going to give you a little bit of guidance. You can see there's like a tiny little path that the moonlight is lighting up, and it's kind of saying to start looking for that path, start looking for the light, kind of like what I was suggesting in the first part, the stop position, is that you need to start seeing more beauty in your relationship and potential relationships. So yeah, the path is just kind of small, but it's there. And it's kind of like the moonlight is guiding you. And it also is allowing you to see things that are warning you or sharing with you that there are more things that are unseen. So, if you are looking at on the surface level of, relationships being negative, or, in your past, you've had negative situations. But if you think about yourself, you're still a good person. You're still willing to love, even though you've been hurt before. You still have the capacity to be a great person in a relationship. So it's kind of like maybe seeing the other person in a different light, maybe see things that are hidden from you. Like they might, have a passion that you never knew about. They might have desires that you've never asked about. And there may be new aspects of, a current relationship that you may not have seen before or be seeing. So it's kind of like start looking for things that are a little bit different than you've been seeing them before. Like, there's so many layers to every person, every relationship. There's so much that people have gone through. There's been many years before you and your partner have been together, and they have so many memories that you can share with each other. So I would just really, really get into looking at things a little bit further than surface level, and maybe see what's going on behind the scenes. If it's something potentially negative, sometimes maybe things are going on that you are unaware of. So it's kind of like right now, it's time for you to start just taking a look at things beyond just surface level and seeing if there's anything more behind the scenes. So start doing that. And then, this is really interesting. So I got the Three of Swords in reversed. So upright, this card is saying it's usually about repeating old patterns and old thought patterns and old beliefs. It's kind of on a loop, kind of like the Nine of Swords is kind of on the loop. So it seems like right now, Scorpio, that you're really in your head. You're just, and you guys are a water sign, so you should be in your heart. But I would suggest that this card is in the reverse position. So it's saying to continue maybe working on your thoughts and your negative thought patterns and your limiting beliefs that may be coloring, we'll say, your love relationships and your outlook on love relationships. This is a good card for the fact it's reversed, because reverse are usually blocks, but it's kind of a block for a card that's a message. You kind of don't necessarily want that energy. So you don't want to be repeating old patterns and limiting beliefs. So if you're blocking that energy, I think it's a good thing to continue to not allow your thoughts to overcome you. And so if your thoughts are overcoming you, then you're not necessarily seeing the truth in situations. You're not necessarily allowing yourself to go deeper into what is actually going on. It's kind of like a surface level understanding that you've convinced yourself is true. So it's like really get into your heart, use your instincts, your intuition to really guide you. You guys are water sign. You guys are passionate and come from your heart. So get out of your head and get back into your heart and allow your intuition to guide you a little bit more. So continue to stop repeating limiting or old beliefs and old patterns and allow your heart to guide you a little bit more than your head. So that is your reading for the month of April. Hope to see you next month. Subscribe over here to my channel and share with your friends. Hope this reading serves you well.